Well, guys, we're back in Champion Horse Racing, and we have a new filly I just welcomed to the group. And you're looking at her right now on screen. That is Delightful Kiss, 2-year-old filly by Weekend Calm out of Kisu Passion. And she's a 4-star filly, so that's 4 stars out of 6 stars. So, not really expecting too much. She runs a decent range at about a mile and up. Um, I don't recall if she'll have a longer growth type or not, but I want to see what she's like. So we're going to go ahead and toss her in her first race as a 2-year-old. It is going to be most likely a grade 3 event. Yes, the grade 3 Premier Plate running 1,800 meters at Shatin, and handicap is 126 allowed. And I do have some jockey pieces, so I will go ahead and use Christopher L. from France to be the jockey here for our girl Delightful Kiss, which she'll be making her debut in a field of 10 here. Just looking at anything else I can see, let's look at how the horses compare. So she's obviously not the highest ranked since I just got her. The highest ranked is the number 2 horse, Smart Marshall, at a B rating. She has a chance, though. She has a chance to make a good name for herself. She's not carrying a whole lot of weight. In fact, she's the most underweight horse in this field. And, yeah, as far as everything else is concerned, that's pretty much where it's at. So let's go and see how Delightful Kiss does in a field of 10 here, running 1,800 meters at Shatin. Lights out, and we are racing. It's a decent start for Delightful Kiss. She'll be there to the inside at the very rail. Green cap, pink top with the white sleeves and orange. That's where we are sitting at. It looks like Christopher will go ahead and put her right at the rail, slide her into 4th place comfortably, and see how she adjusts. So let's see what the quarter ends up being at. I think this game does tell you that, doesn't it? Apologize for that. I thought it did. Maybe it doesn't. Fraction 1280. Okay. So I wonder, what are these fractions? Are they timed like every 200 meters or what? Or every 400 meters, I wonder. Let me see. Let's just forward to the end of the race here. Here's our girl, Delightful Kiss, green cap, pink silks, white sleeves, coming down almost the middle of the track here. And Delightful Kiss looking good. Can she win her first grade 3 for us here at the HRG Stables? Delightful Kiss rolling. The field is closing, but she's just going to poke ahead in front to run this last fraction in 21 and change. What a final sector there for Delightful Kiss. She breaks her maiden and she gets her first victory for us here in Champion Horse Racing. So that's a good sign. I just moved her to the stables today, and I'm like, you know what? I want to see if this filly could make something happen for us, and she does. So based off of that win, she bumps herself from an 80 rating up to an 89, which is fantastic. Her speed already moves up to a B minus. And yeah, again, that's her first win. So congratulations, Delightful Kiss. Tap on her there. Well, usually that's supposed to work. Apparently they do it when they want to. So never mind. There's that. Can you tap on any part of the horse? Or is it just random? It's random and it's not. But there she is. She gets her first win. And I thought that was a really great victory, man. That was a good way to come out. She fought hard in the stretch. She rallied and she put herself in a position to get the W. So very happy with that. There's a lot of other things I have going on as well. And, okay, so she moves up 2 spots in rating already over stablemates Battelle and Miracle Wonders, which if we look at Miracle Wonders, here he is right here. Or here she is, I believe. No, here he is. Yes, he. Get it right, Eric. So there's Miracle Wonders. And he's 2 years and 5 months. So they're all about maybe a couple months apart. By King de Oro out of Amoro Jewel, 2 horses that we actually were racing in our stables at one point. So that's Miracle Wonders. Does he have a win to his tallies yet? Let's see. Record. No win. 6th place for Miracle Wonders first time out. And then for Battelle's, what I'm going to call her, by Abui out of Attack Crown, since these names really have spelling errors that the game just decided not to correct, so I'm just going to refer to their names as they're supposed to be. And a 5th place result here, so both of the 2-year-old stablemates, Battelle and Miracle Wonders here. Both of them did not finish well their first time out, but the newest stablemate all the way in the furthest stall here, Delightful Kiss, she ends up breaking her maiden, and she moves up past her two stablemates already. Yeah, like, it's so random. I swear you could tap on the horse and, like, they do their animation. And then, like, now nothing is happening. So, yeah, maybe it's just completely random, I suppose. Because I'm doing all sorts of things with my thumbs and fingers on the screen, and nothing's happening. So, can't say that it seems to be any input. They just randomly move when they move. But, yeah, that was a big win for her. Already moving up 2 spots past her stablemates and winning her first victory in a grade 3. So, big stuff there for Delightful Kiss. I'll be training my horses and just kind of trying to do more regional races with them, just improving them, as most of them need to improve, with the exception of our oldest horse, who is Conduit right here in the first stall. As you can see, Conduit is pretty much maxed out. He's at a 110 rating. He's a 5-star horse, and he's at his prime, but at the later stages of his racing career. So, he'll be someone I'll probably be retiring soon. He doesn't have a bad speed and stamina rating, and all of his other stats are B plus solid, so we could potentially get an A-level ranked horse if we use the right broodmare. So Conduit, his total record over his career, he's raced 21 times, only 7 victories. That includes 3 grade 2s and 4 grade 3s, but still, that's a big deal. That means he's won 3 live multiplayer races, and those were the grade 2 victories. Regionally, he won the grade 3s, which means that's just against the AI. But in terms of races he's won against other players, he's helped me win 3 times at the grade 2 level. So that's decent. It's not obviously where I want to be, but you have to have a stepping stone and a building block somewhere, and that's what Conduit will continue to serve as. Let's go back to our farm here, collect some coins. And let's go ahead and look at who we have in the breeding barn. King de Oro. Now here is our 6-star, blue 6-star stallion, I should say, in King de Oro. 88 speed rating, 75 stamina. So Conduit is more or less a little bit similar to King de Oro, but you see King de Oro didn't have a good dirt rating, a good wet rating. The uphill rating was only a D, but he does have a couple of A ratings for turf, willpower, and counterclockwise. Okay, and he won 2 grade 1s against actual players in PvP, and then 5 grade 2s, which really means he won 7 multiplayer races. He's been my most successful horse, and we have his replays of his grade 1s. I think we'll watch that here in a second. But here's what we're looking at for King de Oro as a stallion. So I think Conduit, if I can add him back here, I think he'll be a nice suitable replacement. Yes, so I might be sacrificing a couple of the A ratings, but Conduit is B plus across the board. So we look at our filly here. This is Amora Jewel. She pretty average, obviously, as you can see. I don't even know if I maxed out her speed and stamina. I think I retired her pretty early, but she also had a very short growth type, so she wasn't meant to race long. It didn't really max her out like I wish I would have. So only 2 grade 2s, or excuse me, 2 grade 3 victories for her. So what I'm doing now with our current horses that we're racing, I'm going to make sure I max their stats out before I retire them, because it's kind of like Gallop Racer, where like if you lose a horse after a certain point early in its career, and you don't unlock all the stats, they show up as question marks. That's essentially what's happening here. We're not sure what her stats would have been maxed at because I gave her a pretty early retirement, even though she wasn't going to race long anyway. So I'm definitely missing out there. But like I said, I think adding some new blood back here will be kind of nice, and you can see both of them. Amora Jewel, we can only breed her 2 more times anyways. And then King de Oro, he can breed 1,000 times. So yeah, pretty good breeding system. I really can't wait to tap into it further, which is why I'm really taking my time with playing the game and my horses to ensure that I'm trying to maximize all of my horses, because you don't have a lot of opportunities to breed. If I look at my items, which, where would they be at? I always forget. Jockey? No, not there. Obviously not there. Mission. There's somewhere in here. Supply, I think, yeah. So the teaser fruits, that is what allows you to breed. Now I can buy these if I have enough diamonds. I don't have enough diamonds now, But the teaser fruits are what allows you to breed. And I'm assuming that's what real players are doing, hence why their horses are so much better than mine. They're taking the in-game horses, obviously, the best of them, and then breeding them and creating absolute monsters. That's what I'm trying to get to the point of doing. And currently, looking at horses that we currently have, I want to see who's actually from our breeding pair. So, Oro de Jewel, two-year-old colt here. He is from the stallion and the filly I just showed you in the breeding barn, King de Oro and Amora Jewel. So you see some of his stats are uphill, maxed out at D-. That's from King de Oro. That's what I did not want. The dirt rating is not going to be good. That's why I think Conduit will actually be a better long-term replacement back there, because all of his stats at least will be averaged at B+. So nothing should be worse than that. But here's one. So still working. His speed and stamina maxed out at 60 for speed and 68 for stamina. That's awful. So even though he's a 5-star rarity horse, because I think of his pedigree, I don't actually suspect much success here from Oro de Jewel. He does have a victory at a grade 3 level, but in a multiplayer race, I believe he came in 8th, and that's not good enough. So that's that's Oro de Jewel. His brother here, Crown Pilot, 6-star colt here, and we're still figuring him out. He looks like he'll be much better than his brother with a late growth type as well, so that's promising. And we have Abui and Attack Crown. This is a filly that was already given to us. I did not do breeding with her. Miracle Wonders, another. So there's 3 brothers here racing on track right now. Miracle Wonders. He's still developing. His stamina's maxed out at 67. That's not great. His speed is already at 83 and not max, which is weird because he has a much longer range. Like, he wants to run a longer distance. So the fact that his stamina is only maxed out at 67, that's not great, Bob. It's not great. His uphill rating, D rated, maxed out. Again, that's because of King de Oro. So you're seeing breeding does have an effect on your horses. And we're getting some bad uphill ratings, which I think kind of relates to power in this game. I want power, so we don't have that. Delightful Kiss, she is not a horse I got from breeding, but hopefully she'll be pretty strong. I mean, it would be nice to have a good filly that we could use in the future. So guys, if you want to provide names for our champion horses specifically, feel free to do so, but I'll ultimately just take the list of names you guys have already supplied, and we'll obviously start to use those for the names of these horses just to get you a little bit more immersed in the series. So I did actually want to check out King de Oro's grade 1 victory at the Arrowfield Stakes. He won that race twice, I believe, so let's go ahead and check it out. 2,000 meters at Rosehill. Oh, from the past 2 seasons. Well, what's the point in putting them here if you can't view it? That stinks. Boo. Okay, well, we can't view the race. But trust us on the channel somewhere. But where, I have no idea. So I just want to give you guys the update of where we are in champion horse racing. Obviously, I have a lot of young horses. In fact, all of them are under 3 years old, except for Conduit, who I'll be retiring soon. So it's a very, very young bunch. We're trying to obviously see what the future looks like. Sim Rally, a horse that I was given, and he was 6 stars, I believe, from auctions. A- stamina at 78. That's not bad. He's maxed out there. But at least A- stamina, and his speed, well, that's yet to be determined. So he's looking like he'll be a good horse to use for breeding as well. In fact, training-wise, just before we close out, I'm going to go ahead and figure out what his dirt and speed rating is. I would like to get those figured out. So we'll have him do... I want something to enhance his speed rating, but nothing is going to really do it like I want. So we'll do a dirt gallop. I believe that's... Is that best? Yeah, that appears to be best. So we'll do a dirt gallop here. And his dirt rating is only a D+. We want to get him maxed out. My goal is to make sure we get all of our horses maxed out before we ever retire them. That way we know 100% what they're capable of for breeding. So that's going to do it for this short update on champion horse racing. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.